Okay, folks, this is part 7 of my series of videos connecting Elvis to the number 666. So if you haven't watched parts 1 through 6, go and watch that first before you watch this one, which is part 7. Now, you guys know that I have two predictions: that Trump gets his head wound on August 4th, which happens to be Obama's birthday, but it's Trump who gets the head wound on August 4th, most likely in Ohio. Now, my other prediction is that there's going to be a spectacular event in the state of Washington, and Seattle's going to be ground zero, most likely. But it's going to affect that whole area of Washington State. So get out of Washington State before June 11th, because that's the date it's going to happen. And somehow, after this June 11th event in Washington State, it connects to Elvis. Okay, so you know I have to lay the groundwork for every bit of information that I show in this video, and it's going to be an incredible video, incredible video. So make sure you watch the whole thing and pay close attention. So you know the letters EL in Hebrew would mean God. Okay, so EL in the English language means God in Hebrew, okay? That's why Elvis has the EL in his name at the beginning. So what does the last three letters of Elvis mean? EL means God, so what does the VIS mean? So let's start with the VI first. In Roman numerals, the V is 5 and I is 1. So VI means 6, because that's what it equals, V and I. So that would mean that the name Elvis, EL means God, VI means 6, and then what would the S mean? S means more than 1. So that would mean EL, God, which means God, and then 6s, more than 1. Okay, that's what that means. So it could be 666. You understand? So that means he's the God of sixes, Elvis. And if you ask Google what the meaning of the letters VIS would stand for, I guess it means power, force, and strength. So there you go. So EL means God, and then God is the power, the force, and the strength. Get it? That's what Elvis's name means, basically. And I'm telling you that this spectacular event is going to happen in June, on June 11th. Notice that VIS equals 50 and 14 on the gematria calculator in the forward numbers, because this is the reverse. In the forward numbers, it equals exactly the same as June. So what's the chance of that? It's the only month that has the connection to the VIS. And I could show you a lot more, but I'm going to skip that right now and move on. Like I said, I'm laying the groundwork for some spectacular information that's coming. So I told you that Elvis has the EL. Seattle, where ground zero is going to be on June 11th, okay, in the state of Washington, has the EL at the end of the name Seattle. And Angel has the letters EL, right? Because Lucifer was a fallen angel. And I told you guys that everything to do with the needle connects to Elvis, because Elvis took an injection on live television on Bill Gates' first birthday back on October 28, 1956. He took an injection. He took the polio injection on live television. He was the first famous person to do something like that. And he also was the first famous person to have anything to do with the Seattle Space Needle. Okay, when he made the movie, it happened at the World's Fair as soon as it opened back in the early 60s. Anyway, the word Space Needle equals the exact same as fallen angel, because Elvis is the fallen angel, okay? And notice that needle has the EL, okay? Need L, get it? Fallen angel. It equals the exact same. And I told you guys, Elvis represents Lucifer. And like I showed you earlier, that Seattle has the LE, EL at the end. And if you did an anagram for the name Seattle, it would be EL State. See that? STATE. The EL State. So it's the state of God. That's what they're saying, because EL means God. And where else would they birth L other than the L State, right? Seattle's the L State. Where are they going to birth L? L birth equals the exact same as the word Lucifer, the name Lucifer. Lucifer, exact match in all ciphers to EL birth. They're going to birth L out of the C in Seattle, the L State. Get it? And the next 9/11 is going to be on 6/11. It's kind of like the upside down, right? And because it's going to happen in the state of Washington, Seattle's going to be ground zero, and it's going to affect more than Seattle. Get out of Seattle, Washington, or get out of Washington before June 11th. Anyway, notice that the number 11 is the only number that starts with EL. The word 12 has the EL, but it's in the middle. The only number that has the EL is 11 or 11th. Eleven, 11th. 11th, get it? The EL even. And look, if you add up the numbers, 15 plus 22 equals 37. The EL looks like the numbers 3 and 7. Or 7 and 3, see? EL looks like 3773. You think that's a coincidence? The next 9/11 is 6/11. So I laid all that groundwork for what you're about to see coming up right now. So remember, El means God in Hebrew, EL. And it also looks like the numbers 7-3 or 3-7. You understand? EL looks like the numbers 7-3 or 3-7. If you just turn it around, the numbers. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying. And Elvis has the EL. EL means God. Like I said, I laid all that groundwork with the EL just to show you this. So from Elvis was born on 1/8, okay? And the word Satan, if you just add up the letters to what it is in the alphabet numerically, S is 19, A is 1, T is 20, A is the first letter, N is the 14th letter of the alphabet, get it? It equals 55. So if you were to just put the 1 and the 8 together, it would look like the number 18. If you would add the word Satan, which is 55 plus the 18, what do you get? 73. Now just ask yourself, what is the chance of that when you see what I'm showing you with all the EL connections? So a moment ago, I showed you the connection with the 7-3. Now I'm going to show you the 3-7 connection with the EL and Elvis's birthday. So Elvis is born on 1/8, and Satan equals 55, right? Now watch this. So you have the 3-7 and the 1/8 now connection. Watch. 18, 1/8, get it? 1/8, 18 plus 37 is 55. Now if you were to multiply those numbers, 37 plus 18 is 666. You see what I'm saying, man? So you have the Satan connection, 55. You have the EL connection. EL is the 37. 18 plus 37 is 55 because Elvis is born on 1/8, the 1/8. And you have the 666. See what I'm saying? And if you think these are coincidences, how about this? Remember, Satan equals 55, right? And Elvis is born on 1/8. 1/8, 18 plus the 37 is 55 because the 37 is the EL for Elvis, right? What I just showed. And look, if you were to add all the numbers between 18 through 37, it equals 550. 55 with a crown because the O is a crown. I told you that. You see how perfect this puzzle is? And if that's still not enough, how about this? If you took Elvis Aaron Presley, his full name, Donald John Trump, his full name, and put it into the gematria calculator, this is what you would see in the forward numbers. This is the 401 would be the top number, then the reduced number would be 149, the total would be 550. 55 for Satan and the crown. Satan and the crown, see it? Again. Or how about this connection? Elvis this year, in the year 2024, the 24, he turned 89. And the 24th prime number is 89. And remember, we're in the year 24, and he turned 89 this year. It just so happens the 89th prime number is 461. And if you add the 89 to the 461, you get 550. Satan with a crown. And remember, I was just showing you that we're in the year 24 and the 24th prime number is 89 and Elvis turned 89 this year. So check this out. You can use it this way too. The 89th prime is 461. The 24th prime is 89. It equals 550. Same thing. You know what I was showing you a minute ago. Because Elvis turned 89 in the year 24 this year. Adds up to the Satan with a crown. And you know, you can write Elvis's birthday, January 8th, either 1-8 or 1-08. You know, 18 or 108. You get what I'm saying? You'll see why I was doing that in a moment. And notice this, you know, Elvis was born on 1-8, and I told you 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. And notice that the pluses are like crosses, the TT, like the Twin Towers. You know what I mean? And and the and they, you know, like it's like the Antichrist, the double cross. You get what I'm saying? 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 18. Elvis is born on 1-8. How about this? If you add all the numbers between 1 through 8, because Elvis is born on 1-8, 1 through 8 equals 36. So there's your 666 connection. Because if you add up all the numbers between 1 through 36, you get 666. There it is again. And, you know, I think the number 36, it didn't really work when I put it into the calculator. I can't remember now what it was. But if you put 36, it does have a connection, because I told you Elvis was born on 108. Look at that. 108 forward, 108 backwards. And look, you have the 45 connection because Trump is the 45th president, right? And look, 216, that's August 4th, the 216th day of the year when Trump gets his head wound. You see that? But look, Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth, and they were both born on 1-8. See that? And you know he was born in the address 306. So there's your 36 with the crown. You know, the 36 is the 666 connection. And of course you have 36. Anyway, the reason I was showing you this, because Elvis was born on 108, 18, get it? And how about this connection? You know the 108th prime number, because Elvis was born on 108, the 108th prime number is 593. And in a different video, I'll explain to you why the numbers 5995 is so important, 5995. But right now, the 108th prime number is 593. If you took the 593 and put the EL, because it's the Elvis connection, EL means God, which looks like the numbers 37 or 73. 593 plus 37 is 630. So there's your the 3 sixes again with a crown, connecting to the 108th prime with the EL. And if you thought that was a coincidence, what about this coincidence? Yeah, right. So the 108th prime is 593, like I just said. Elvis is born on 1-8, and the EL is the 7-3 or the 3-7. And I just showed you the 3-7. Now I'm showing you the 73 with the 108th prime, which is 593. Look what it equals. 666. Now, if you think these are coincidences, you're just dumb. And there's no hope for you if you can't see what I'm showing you. Remember, Satan equals 55. And, you know, Trump is the 45th president. And interestingly enough, you know, kind of if you think about it, you know, to get to 100, you would need the 45 from the 55. So technically, you know, 55 is kind of like the reverse of 45. You know what I mean? To get to the reset. Because the reset is like at 10, 100, 1,000, you know, 10,000, you know what I mean? But anyway, so the 55's other number basically is 45. You'll see why I'm showing that in a moment. But before I show you that, I just want you to see this. On a leap year, this is only on leap year will this happen. From Elvis's birthday to the day Elvis died on August 16th, it would be 222 days if you add the day. And the percentage, which I call the devil in the details, the percentage is 60.66%, okay? And just remember these. Look at what I'm about to show you. Just remember this: 816, 222, and 666. So here's where the 45 comes into play. So on Elvis's 45-year death anniversary, because he died on August 16th, 1977, on August 16th, 2022, he was 45 years he'd been dead. And from that day to this year, 6/11, is 666 days. Do you see it? So 45, 22, 666 on 8/16. 8/16, 2022, 666. 8/16, 222 days, 666. Do you understand what I'm showing you there? That's from Elvis's birthday to August 16th. It has those connections. That's what I was trying to show you. And of course, it was Elvis, turned 45 years dead on that day when I was showing you. From that day to this year, June 11th, is 666 days. And what's incredible is that if you went from that day when Elvis turned 45 years dead on his death anniversary, and if you went backwards 611 days, look where it lands on 12/14. And you know what 12/14 is? That's George Washington's death date. And I told you Seattle's in Washington, where this event's going to be. Look at that. You have the 611 and the 666 connection. And also from this year, June 11th, if you went backwards 911 days, it lands on George Washington's birthday again. See what I'm talking about? And I mean, I'm sorry, George Washington's death date, not birth date. 12/14, 9/11 connection, you see? And here's another Washington connection. Washington State, where this event's going to be on June 11th, was founded on 11/11. Look at Satan equals 55, right? If you took the fifth prime number, it would be 11. And if you made another fifth prime number, it'd be 11. 11/11, see? With the connection to the 55. And 55 plus 11, 55 plus 11 is 66. And the twin equals 66, right? And from Elvis's birthday to 9/11 was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. Exactly. From his birthday to the day the towers fell. So remember, you can write Elvis's birthday 18 or 108, right? Now look at this. Because Satan equals 55, right? If you were to write out the number 55, it would equal 108. That's Elvis's birthday again. Look at that. And June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. And look at that. You have the 108, and then the 162, which is June 11th. So Elvis's birthday and June 11th right there. Look at that. And if you think that's a coincidence, how about this? From the first of the year to 224 this year, because we're in the year 2024. So that's why this 224 connects. And from the first of the year to 224 is 54 or 55 days if you add the day. So it's the number of Satan, because the 55th day of the year is 224. But if you don't add the day, but up to that day is 54. And look what happens. 108 plus 54 is 162. And if you add the 55, it's 108 plus 55 equals 163. And June 11th on a leap year is the 162nd or 163rd day. You see? So this year is the leap year, and it connects to Satan, to the 224, which is, we're in the year 2024, get it? And connects to Elvis's birthday, which is 108, 18, get it? And that's why I was saying that when you write out the number 55, which equals Satan, it equals, 108, and then it ends with 162, what I just showed a minute ago. So remember, I was showing you from the first of the year to 224, and it was 54 or 55 days. Now from Elvis's birthday to 224, because we're in the year 2024, get it? It's 47 or 48 days if you add the day from Elvis's birthday. And now if you take that 108 for Elvis's birthday and add the 47, you get 155. If you take Elvis's birthday 108, add the 48, you get 156. You understand? We're adding the 47 and the 48 to the 108, right? Look, it equals 155, 156 on a leap year from Elvis's birthday to June 11th is the 155, 156th day of the year. You see that? And the reason I was showing you how important that 224 is, the date, because we're in the year 2024, the reverse date of 224 is 11/6, because there's 310 days remaining on the 55th day. and 224 is the 55th day. 310 days remain, and look where it lands. 11/6. It's its reverse date. So 6/11/2024. That's this year. You understand? And if you take the 3, which is a crown also, look what happens. You get, because Satan equals 5510. See, the W looks like a 3. The 3 is a crown on top of the name Satan. 5510 with a crown. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? Okay, but there's more to this, but I don't want to explain it here. Okay? There's much more to this. And I'm going to explain it in a different video. Okay? But it's the crown on Satan. Because Satan equals 5510. And look, 11/6. I'm telling you that it's going to happen on June 11th. But, this is the reverse date of 224. And like I said, Lucifer, Elvis represents Lucifer, who turned into Satan. So that's why Elvis basically, is Satan. You know what I mean? Anyway, Elvis, he died on August 16th, 1977, but he would have been 55 years old in 1990, and that was the year Super Bowl 24 happened. Okay? By the way, Super Bowl 23, Elvis halftime show was in 1989, but I'm not going to get into that, but you understand the 89 connection with Elvis right now because he turned 89. But the halftime show for the Super Bowl 23, was the Elvis impersonator, which I've explained how important that Super Bowl was. But look, Elvis, his age was 55 in 1990, Super Bowl 24. We're in the year 24 now. And I told you that the date 224 is the 55th day of the year. And Elvis turned 55 during the Super Bowl. And what was the score of that Super Bowl? This is the first time and the last time that the score has ever been like this. 55-10. The year Elvis turned 55, Satan equals 55. And to be exact, Satan equals 55 and reduced 10. And that's exactly what the score was. 55-10, the year Elvis turned 55. The number of Satan. And of course, the winning team for that Super Bowl was the 49ers. 4 times 9 equals 36. And that's my birthday, 9/4. September 4th is my birthday. But 49ers, 4 times 9 is 36, which is the 666 connection. And look, they play football, the team that won that Super Bowl, at Levi's Stadium. Levi's is the anagram for Elvis. And who was the winning quarterback for the 49ers during that Super Bowl? Joe Montana. Who won the MVP? He's born on June 11th. The day I'm telling you Seattle gets struck, man. And look at his age, 67, 68 on June 11th. He's 67 now, will be 68. Elvis, his name equals 67 forward, 68 backwards. Everything connects, you see? This is Joe Montana's age right now. That's what I was showing you. And he's born on June 11th, the winning quarterback for that Super Bowl. And the team that wins the Super Bowl gets the Vince Lombardi trophy. And the Vince Lombardi trophy, because Vince Lombardi was a coach who won the first 2 Super Bowls. The Vince Lombardi trophy is what that Super Bowl trophy is called. He's born on June 11th. Look at that, will you? And in Roman numerals, the V is 5 and the L is 50, which equals 55, right? VL is Vince Lombardi's initials. And this year, the Super Bowl was in Las Vegas, LV, which is 50 and 5 again, the 55 for Satan, see? What I'm trying to explain to you? If you believe in coincidences like this, you're just dumb. And Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth named Jesse, and they were both born on 1/8. And in the UK, they say the date backwards, 8/1. So if there was 2 of them born on 1/8, 1/8 makes 2/16, which is the August 4th date that I'm telling you Trump gets his head wound. And if you say the date backwards, 8/1/8/1, like they do in the UK, it would be 16/2. And 16/2 is the 162nd day of the year, is June 11th, the Seattle event. See? You see how perfect this puzzle is? And I told you Trump's head wound is on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year, but on leap year is 217, so it's the connection of both. But 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216, and Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216, his full name. If you just add up the letters to what it is in the alphabet, numerically. And it just so happens that when Trump was elected president and when he became president, Obama was 55 years old. And remember, Obama's born on August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. And it was 2016. He was the president. And then he gave it over to Trump. Trump took it over from there because Trump is the one who gets his head wound on the 217th day of the year because he was president in, he became president in 2017, but he was elected in 2016, okay? While Obama was still 55 years old. And look, Trump's age was 55 during 9/11. Do you see how perfect this is? How everything I'm trying to explain to you, how it all connects to these three clowns? But it's mainly about Elvis and Trump, and Obama's the third wheel. Like I told you, Satan equals 55. Those are the letters, and that's what it equals, each letter. So here's the bombshell. That's it. It's over. After this, if you can't understand it, you're beyond help. The Seattle event is going to be on June 11th. Satan equals 55. 611 plus 55 is 666. It's it. That's the mic drop moment. It's over. You understand? 611 plus 55 is 666. Satan and the 611. And why does the August 4th have to connect to all this? Because from 611 to August 4th is 55 days. If you add the day, it's 54 if you don't. There's that 54, 55. See that? Now do you understand? So 611 plus 55 was 666. 611 going forward, 55 days lands on August 4th, which is 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216, which is the 666 connection to August 4th, the 216th day of the year. Are you understanding it? And remember, we're in the year 2024, and up to 224 from the first of the year is 54, 55 days. Are you getting it? Satan equals 55. 611. 611 is the day that Seattle gets struck. 611 plus 55 equals 666. And we're in the year 2024. From the first of the year to 224 is 55 days. 611 to 84 is 55 days. You understand? 611 plus 55, you go to August 4th. August 4th, 6 times 6 times 6 is the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. That's where the August 4th comes in from 611. 611 plus 55 is 666. And we're in the year 2024, get it? And if that's still not enough, how about this? From August 4th to Elvis's birthday is 5 months, 4 days, or 5 months, 5 days if you add the day. Again, to those numbers that I was just telling you. From August 4th to Elvis's birthday. Now watch what happens in between here. How are we going to get from 224 to the 611? Watch this. So you remember, I told you can write Elvis's birthday as 18 or 108. 418, the date 418 is the 108th day of the year, which connects to Elvis's birthday. You understand? 108. From 224 to 418 is 55 days on a leap year. There's your 55 connection to 418. And then from 418 to 611 is 55 days. That's why it has to happen on the leap year. Okay? And on leap year, it's 108 days if you don't add the day, but 109 when you add the day for 418. And 418 is the 108th day of the year. Do you understand? You see how it has to connect to the leap year now to get to the 611? Do you understand? Because this is only on a leap year. You understand what I'm saying? So from the first of the year to 224 is 55 days. From 224 to 418 is 55 days. From 418 to 611 is 55 days. From 611 to 84 is 55 days. From 84 to Elvis' birthday is 5 months, 5 days. Everything connecting to Satan. And I told you 611, 666. 611 plus 55 is 666. Seattle gets struck on 611. Satan equals 55. Now I'm just going to add insult to injury here. So the Seattle event's on 611, right? If you went from 1 through 6, what would you need to get to there? 1 plus 5 is 6. Now from 6 to 11, what do you need? 6 plus 5 is 11. So Satan is in between the 6 and the 11. You see what I'm saying? The 5 to get to the 11. 5 and 5. Again, and the June 11th is 6/11. Do you understand? So remember, this is going to be the last thing I show you. Remember I told you Satan equals 55, and if you wrote out the word 55, it equals 108. And I told you Elvis is born on 108. And the final equation here is 162, and June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, you see? And you have the 55 and the 54. Remember, from the first of the year to 224 was 54, 55 days. You see how perfect it is? What I'm talking about? Because from the first of the year to 224 was 54, 55, and from 108 to 54, you know what I mean? 108, 54, 55 is 162, 163, which is June 11th on a leap year. See, I'm showing you from the first of the year, but this is Elvis's birthday connection, 108. You understand what I'm saying? So earlier, I don't think I explained that properly, but I was showing you from the Elvis connection with the 54, 55, because we're in the year 224. So I don't think I explained that earlier. That's why I'm showing this again. I was just showing you how the 54, 55 day is 224, right? And when you write out the word 55, it equals 108, and it ends with 162, which is June 11th. Now watch what happens when you put a crown on the number 55. So if you add the letter O, not 0, the letter O, put into the gematria calculator with the number 55 and 10, because Satan equals 55 and 10. Okay, that's what I meant to say. With the crown and 55 and 10, it equals 162. Look at that. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. You can't make this stuff up. Satan equals 5510. 5510 with a crown right there. June 11th is the 162nd day of the year. But let's just end it with the mic drop connection, which is Seattle event is on 6/11. 611 plus 55 is 666, okay? And 55 days from 6/11 is August 4th, okay? And August 4th is the 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. All right, Elvis Aaron Presley equals 216. And that's why 611, from 6/11, you go forward 55 days, it lands on August 4th. Okay, that's why it has to connect to the 6/11 and the August 4th. Anyway, folks. Anyway, I think I messed up this video. No, it's good. End of video.